Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. First CCTV Android Netrunner upload. We have Next Design on the left and Drummond on the right. Rhett Dhobson and Bryan Angell. We're at the Greenlight Games Store Championship. First action, he does his mandatory Next Design ability. It's 2 ice. You always like to see 3 ice. Can cover over archives from those Data Sucker Desperado runs. Installs and takes 2 credits. A lovely 9 cards that Andromeda gets. Big reason why you tend to see her around a lot. Sure gamble. Using those Broken Eggs credits, which a lot of people seem to like, but I'm not a huge fan of. But I do like how they're pretty clear. You can see all the credits your player has. Installs a Data Sucker for click 2.
Do you think he'll be available later?
Or, you know, if you guys have a image
Dirty Laundry and Archives.
Dirty Laundry's archives for a money and a sucker token.
One click.
What will he do?
And so that is Dan. Oh, cool.
Just takes the credit and discards hostage. Probably has the contacts he needs in hand. Hedge fund, click 1. Restructure, click 2. Just making the money over there. You gotta expect with Next Design, usually they're typically running a lot of ice. And a lot of times they're gonna be running big ice too. She's definitely fitting that mold so far. This runs R&D. Caduceus. Oh, we bumped the trace, the counting money.
Are you guys about to go play a game or buy a game?
I'll leave the first one at 3.
Gonna leave it at trace 3.
Okay.
So Andromeda pays 2 to break the first trace.
I'll leave the other one.
And leaves it at trace 2. So
Alright.
You play Netrunner much too?
I do. Not participating. Well, I guess I could have. Easy mark.
let's make some more money. Easy mark.
But I'm judging the subject to play because he's running the tournament tomorrow. And
You're gonna play tomorrow?
we're gonna play tomorrow. So I figure we might as well split it. But yeah, I do play Netrunner a lot.
For his 4th click.
Oh, that's
He sticks out a source.
right on the regional.
It's gonna slow down any agendas he needs to advance by 1.
One day, hedge fund.
Making more money for click 1.
Alright, I picked up the core set, and my cousin and I played it actually all day. That was all we did, was that and repeat. That was our day.
I'll draw a card.
Games or something.
And I'll install this.
Sets up a remote and draws a card.
It's something like, I mean, you know, you see like forums and stuff, people ask questions. I mean, all this stuff.
So draw for click 1.
Do I have to have an ice one? Does the ice stay?
Just digging again for click 2. Imagine he's trying to get his breaker suite set up.
Easy mark.
Making more money with easy mark. He does have some time having the source out.
Perfect lighting here, too.
Dirty Laundry and Archives.
And makes more money on archives and gains a sucker token. Big reason why you usually want to cover up archives against Andromeda.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize, you know, any better computer I was trying to render like short.
So he's got a lot of money on the criminal side. Builds up his remote a bit more for click 1.
And I'll click
He's gonna take some more money. This draw looks like he pulled a corroder, which he doesn't need yet. Can get a Sentry Breaker out, he can just start hammering R&D right now. Draws again. I would probably start hitting HQ at some point, unless he's worried about losing that rototurret to, or excuse me, losing that data sucker to a rototurret or something like that. But you gotta worry about all that money he's building up over on the HP side. He brings out R&D interface. This is definitely his weakest target right now.
I'm gonna install this.
Installs in the remote. Advance.
And click for 1 credit.
So you gotta think that's an agenda.
Yeah, that's okay.
He's got the big window right now. Nothing's set up on the right side. Does take 1 extra for the source. That's probably just a regular 3-2.
Click 1, I'll run R&D.
He's gonna hit R&D naked.
I'll leave the first trace at 3.
And does not bump the trace.
I'll leave the first trace
Does
at
not
2.
bump the second trace. This cost him 3 to get in for a 2-card access. Not a bad deal.
And this.
And he gets nothing. That's depressing. So
Taking all the money
will
out.
he check the
Should
remote?
probably be gesturing in case they're gonna overdub us. Like if you say you're gonna run R&D, go like that and stuff.
Alright.
They're talking about
We'll probably
doing over-exaggerated gestures for where they're running so the camera can see.
Feel like John Madden chalkboard.
One of these days, maybe we'll have animated graphics for it.
So let's go to the replay.
We're working on it.
Why not? Do it. That's some quality Netrunner for
If you guys got any comments on the interface or any of that stuff, feel free to chime in. Just, like I said, we're just getting this started. Pardon me changing things here in the very near future.
So, very
Out comes the Sentry Breaker. And he takes another card. And he's probably going to score this agenda here. He's thinking. Does he miscalculate from the source or.
No, I don't.
Still thinking.
Parody of Dungeons and Dragons that we just got in.
Let's go again.
The wizard spell.
I'm gonna play Biotic
I
Labor,
was going to biotic it.
so this turns into 1.
So maybe it's a. What is it? A Vitruvius? So we can get extra counters on it?
Times.
That'd be my guess.
This is.
It is a Vitruvius.
So it has 2 counters on it. The source is broken.
So that's not a bad idea. It's 2 counters for breaking the source.
And that way I don't have to discard it. Your turn.
Some things that it's meant to be just stuck in your pocket.
That's another thing we'd love to add to this screen is card graphics.
click
Sit
1.
down and play. It requires 2d6. So 2 dice.
I'm gonna run HQ.
So he's going to hit HQ for click 1. Just thinking.
How they're playtesting it in packs. They sit down with like a group of 6 people.
No res.
It's not res the first.
I'll res this Viper.
Brings out Viper.
Go ahead and trace.
The DM did something.
First one is 3.
So lose the first at trace 3
Um,
for losing a click.
I'm just gonna second one. Second, oh, I'm
Lose a click.
Just deciding if he wants to pay or not. I would probably just eat it and lose a click. He's going to pay for it.
Okay, you'll keep your click. Okay. Second trace is also.
So leave the second at trace 3. I would definitely pay for that one.
I'll pick up.
He was going to use his counters already, taking restructure and hedge fund. So he's got to have some agendas in there. You got to think to build up his hand a little bit to dilute the agenda density. Oh, and he pulls it. Ooh, that's rough.
That is Andrew Misko.
Project Wotan, it looks like.
420, no scope.
Wow.
Oh, that's rough. It's a 3-pointer right at a big hand.
One, huh? A lot of happening with that one. That was a good play, though, man. Yeah.
Did you want one? Sure. All right.
Once you get into it, it's
Well, that changes things.
Alright, click 2.
He's bringing out something. Click 2. Brings out Yogg.
Click 3. Run again here.
So now he can definitely get an HQ fairly easy.
Click 3 on run H.
He's hitting HQ again.
No res.
Okay.
So it doesn't res the first dice again. You gotta think that's something big.
You got it back.
It's. I did not see that. I think a biotic labor.
Last click, draw a card.
Hedge fund.
Makes more money. For restructures.
15. And then install
From
this.
6 to 15 credits, just like that. Sets up a new remote.
Alright, click 1. I'll run the
So first click, he's gonna run the remote. He's thinking about the res.
I'll res roto turret.
There's a roto turret.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
gonna have to dump fare to get through that.
Yeah, alright.
And now does he continue or does he go on? The risk of another century, since he lost a century breaker.
11.
11 credits.
I will not.
And he's gonna jack out.
So that one I'll drop.
I'm gonna gain 1 money and we may find a free table.
Oh, puts out another fairy. Oh, if only he did that before he ran. Right, and he draws for his last click. Discards Plascrete, which good idea.
I'm gonna pay 3 to
Advance
advance
advance.
Gila hands.
Scores Gilahans or Giahans, however everyone likes to pronounce it.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's a decent trace. 3. So like I'm trying to save time. Yeah.
And he's digging on the right. Probably looking for a main Century Breaker, I'd imagine, since R&D's kind of wide open right now.
Yeah, like I was playing a game where someone eventually was just like, yeah, don't seem to be trying to do anything with tags, so I'll keep the tag. Like, he got a few tags, and then I was like, all right, market research, this one's got 3.
Wow.
So it'll happen, but not always. Like, I'm fully prepared.
Sticks out Katie Jones. And feeds Katie. New promo Katie Jones. Discards a shutdown. That's interesting.
Okay. Force draw.
Yeah, that would have worked.
I'll install this for 1.
So he now covers up R&D.
And then click
And then
hands.
Gilahans for credit. Gilahans.
Should be fine.
I think that I've read the novels too. I know how to pronounce that properly. I'm sure there'll be some comments about bastardizing the pronunciation. Sorry. Infiltrate for money, doing it the hard way.
There's some triggers on the Desperado.
Oh god.
I like infiltration, but I never find room for it in my decks.
Well, no, but I was like, oh, I got that agenda out of there. And
Draws a
then
card.
just forget, like, oh, yeah,
Looked like he pulled a special order.
you know what? Just
Be a good idea to get out.
like, you know what? Let this be a lesson.
I mean, Sentry Breaker. We know he has a Croter in hand. Looks like a shutdown. That's what we need. We need whole cams. Like poker. Be able to see everyone's hand.
Very well.
Another upgrade hopefully coming in the near future. Finally gets out the Desperado.
Oh, right, yeah.
And feeds Katie.
Force draw.
So I imagine we'll start hitting all those archives runs.
That Logan, you make first turn, gain 4 credits. Discharge breaker.
Since that is still wide open.
Like, Thompson's not running ice.
I feel like he's got something big over HQ because he keeps looking at that, looking at his money,
Install this. Put Gila
and
Hands.
installs in the remote and clicks on Gila.
Credit, and it's here, doesn't do anything, stupid, and then I gain the month.
Why couldn't you both?
You gotta think that's an agenda. Because he's gonna have to dump the ferry to get past the roto turret.
You could learn something from that piece of ice. All right.
And I'm assuming he has another sentry or a barrier under there.
I see all of the cards.
So that's kind of a good gamble.
Same old thing.
He only has, he's low on money, but he does have Katie he can take off.
Click 1, I'll run R&D.
He's gonna hit R&D for click 1.
Actually, sorry.
Nope, he's taking it back. He's gonna take Katie first,
Click 2, I'll
and then run R&D.
Just run archives.
He's thinking. Ooh, he's not gonna res.
Wait, didn't you?
What am I gonna
I understand, but didn't you I did Beanstalk as well. This is, I'm on.
He's gonna break Caduceus with Fairy. With a sucker token. That's interesting. Probably not the most ideal use for Fairy, but he does get 2 cards.
And access 2 cards. You see this? And this.
Ouch, gets nothing.
Alright,
I would have definitely tried to pay through Caduceus instead of dumping my Fairy, unless he's got his main Sentry Breaker in hand. Or he could special order for it, but I don't know. You got to worry about those big Ichis or big sentries against HP, which Fairy is nice to have around. Nope, special order. Out comes a Sentry Breaker, maybe?
Wait, no. Sorry, first action is not drawn. First action is
There it is, Mimic.
Force draw.
Is he going to advance that agenda?
You're going to pay 3 to advance the score. Accelerate
Beta test. Will he do it? That's always the gamble.
Run it.
I think he should do it. I've maybe had one good beta test in my life. I think the Netrunner gods hate me sometimes, but he's got to have a lot of ice in that deck. Should be a pretty safe bet.
But given that I kept I'm going to go.
He's doing it. He gets, looks like an Ash, something. Oh, looks like he gets 2 ice out of it. So not a bad deal. Mine Lair, that's fun. And Roto Turret over
I
Archives.
got to discard a card. Your turn.
okay. You have 5 points?
Yeah, 5 points, 5 cards in HQ,
That's
and 10
So
credits.
10 credits for HP. So now it's got to be a little scary for Andromeda player. He's iced up pretty well. He's got money. pretty sure he has a biotic in hand, so just waiting for that 3-2 and can just biotic him out.
Well, it's just awful to like make that decision with no res. Oh, really?
Alright, I guess I will play 3.
Just gonna put Mimic out.
Yeah, that's why I changed.
Thinking, because Andromeda's definitely behind right now. Just running HQ. Time for the big ice.
Yeah, when I saw that in there, I was like,
Does not res. So I'd peg that as a big sentry, since he knows he got counters, knows he can break it. I imagine it's probably an Ichi.
yeah, I mean, you can get them for like 8 bucks.
I think he saw a biotic out of hand. I saw RSVP, I just overheard.
Yeah, I think it was twice. And yeah, I guess I
Just gonna hit HQ again. Will we see the res? No res on the first ice.
Maybe reveal what you show to the camera. Sure. Because then we both know what it is.
Pulls. And Eli. And Eli with a whole lot of glare.
That's power up.
Feeds Katie.
when you power shut down me.
Purge virus counters.
And he wipes virus counters.
I'll discard
So now you gotta be a little scared about running if you're Andromeda.
this.
If it has
Because I imagine he's got big ice over HQ. I'm guessing Ichi. So I'll probably want to run early.
You remember like the turn after you then I will run. I think I'll
Always a good idea to run early against HB.
things I want to do this get one back. And then the next turn you drop down Jack.
1 minute check.
So he's gonna run archives for click 1.
Paying 2 to break. Hitting 2
This is hedge fund, RSVP.
Hedge fund, RSVP, and melange. So it was not an ash, it was a melange. So that's not, might not be a bad idea if you hit archives. It's only gonna cost him 1 since he's getting the Desperado credit and can build up sucker tokens. He's hitting HQ. Ooh. It's an Ichi 2.0, so it was an Ichi.
Let's see. That will.
Just gonna have to click through so it doesn't get trashed.
Alright,
Double click.
I will double click the trashes, obviously.
Okay.
And you may trace.
He's gonna fire the trace. And does not have much money, so he's gonna leave it at trace 3. Andromeda pays 2 to break.
Viper gets data sucked.
And he's gonna continue and get a sucker token and Desperado credit. It's a melange.
Trash it.
And he trashes it.
That's my turn.
Quick Gila hands.
Okay.
He's gonna Gila for money.
I will install Mr. Lee.
So there goes click 1 and 2.
And I'll install this on Arc.
And installs over archives. Looks like he definitely wants to prevent those data sucker runs too.
You're running.
So he's getting pretty well built up here. Andromeda player must. He's trying to think of what he can do. It's not a lot of very efficient runs he can make right now. R&D is probably his best bet right now.
Let's see.
He can break through Mind Layer. He can break through Caduceus.
Quick 1, I'll run.
He's gonna hit R&D.
Okay. You encounter a Mind Layer.
Alright. I use my better judgment. I will
Says he's a sucker token and use Yogg to break Mind Layer.
Strength 3. And Yagi.
Okay.
Layers probably doesn't have the money for that. Can pay
I will break that for
2 to break Caduceus. Gets to see 2 cards.
and a token.
Definitely his best server he can hit right now.
You see this?
Keep that.
And this.
And whiffs again. Not having any R&D luck.
Install
We
and
match
then
made the attention.
I'll draw a card.
A bigger Sentry Breaker would be nice. I like to run Ninja in a lot of my criminal decks, even though it's not the most efficient, but it's handy to have for moments like this. For Grim, works great for Grim. Can be a backup for an Archer. Super expensive, but it'll stop you from getting killed.
Force draw.
Discards a Data Sucker.
Double click Gila Hands, and then click for a credit.
So, Gila hands for money, and then takes a credit the old-fashioned way. So you gotta think the HP play is just building up to score an agenda out of hand.
No, they should be up to 4-5. Or at least that was 420.
R&D still his best bet. He makes an early R&D run.
Are you though? There are no
Try to keep him
barriers.
locked, unless he's got the agenda in hand.
Important card for doing what I want to do, which is...
You're missing John Masson, aren't you?
I don't run him. I don't run him. I probably should. I would have gotten some cards.
You would have gotten some tags, more like.
Yeah, probably.
Who could, well, you can only trash John Masson, right? At that point.
I like taking monster and like come back to
Forge you have to make sure.
He's gonna forge R&D. It's another Ichi 2. So makes him waste his money, which tells me that he does not have the ability to score any of his agendas out of hand right now. So it gives the criminal player some time.
They might be in the.
I'll load Katie and discard a plastic.
So loads Kitty and discards Plascrete.
No,
I'll click on Gila Hands,
I mean, I have a lot of stuff wrong in general.
HP is just gonna take money.
click for a fourth credit.
So he's back up to 4 credits.
Discard this. It's your turn.
I was going to the cheaper one, but we figured this out when we sent out non-first edition cards to someone who thought they were ordering.
Looks like he's an emergency shutdown in hand.
So,
I would probably hit up maybe take Katie, hit Archives to build up the sucker tokens. Worst case scenario, you're gonna make him res that front ice, keep him poor again, because you don't want him to get to money to be able to score a biotic. Then you could run through HQ, shut down the Ichi and R&D, and start pounding R&D. That'd be my guess. Well, that'd be what goes on in my brain. It's always good to make the corp, force the corp to res ice.
there's 2 rounds in the
Okay.
One crit on the whoa. Looks like he took Katie. Little camera difficulties here. Anything else changed? Looks like nothing else has changed.
There's one. It's like this is the sort of
Took me 3 out just before I came. It would have been relevant.
Yeah, that would have been really helpful.
I'll draw a card.
Right. Installs over R&D. Who has an install over R&D?
Discard this. This. Your turn.
Takes money and has a discard.
Alright, click 1. How much?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this looks like
Counting credits here.
10 credits.
So HB is at 10 credits.
I had this card. I know where that is. I might have had enough money to set up.
Alright, click 1. I'm going to run HQ and I'll click the trap.
So he's going to run HQ for click 1, clicks through the Ichi 2, has him fire the trace.
I'll leave it at 3.
Okay. I'm going to pay 2. I will eat a sucker.
And he's going to break through Viper. Only had to pay 2 for the Ichi trace. He gets a peek at HQ. See if he gets lucky again. It's RSVP. Fun little NBN card from Fear and Loathing.
Alright,
Like he's gonna shut down. Deciding which Ichi to shut down. Shut down Ichi over R&D. Pew.
I'm gonna click Gila hands.
Take more money from Gila hands.
2 of these are live.
We have band
Install
And
this.
installing a remote. So as a runner, you gotta check out that remote. Unless you're trying to bait him, unless he's worried about maybe a Grim or something along those lines. Those influences. Let's see.
2 clicks for that.
I'm gonna run R&D.
He's gonna hit R&D.
For that
Make him
down.
breaks through mine layer. He's gonna make him res the Ichi.
Just needs to be called inside out, John. That's all I need.
He's gonna pay for it.
Bring Ichi back.
Okay, I'm gonna click the program track.
Gonna click through the program
I'll
trashes.
leave the trace at 3.
Trace stays at 3. He's gonna pay 2 to get through that.
You're approaching
And pay another 2 to get through Caduceus.
I'll
Res is Ash.
I will leave. Actually, oh my gosh,
So
6.
Trace 6 and Ash.
Okay, I guess I take 5.
Pay 5.
Okay, do you want the trash ash? Cost 3.
Pay 5 and pay an extra 3 to trash Ash.
You see 2 cards.
It's a 2-card peek at R&D.
Back already. You get your credit? Okay. Okay, you see this?
Like that.
And this.
Ooh. Pulls the Gila hands. Off the R&D.
1 click left.
1 click left, and so you know you can't score that agenda if that was an agenda. Could be another melange in the remote. It is a melange.
Launch and go space.
So he's back up on the money. Mining that moon.
You got to discard a card.
A lot of cards in archives. My guess is they're all ice.
Just play this game back in like time lapse.
Players are talking about how long this game's taken. This is turning into a fairly long game.
I'll run them along.
Is running the melange server now. Gets through Rototurn. Will he res? Probably not going to res that. Yep. Makes him pay for the melange. It did its duty. Got him some money. Digs for more cards. Still has a Corroder in hand. Has not had to use it.
Blue cave, discard special.
Feeds Katie. Gets rid of special order.
Draw a card.
Draws a card. And Gila hands.
Discard this.
Discards more card. He's got to be digging for that last agenda.
Your turn.
Looks like R&D's getting pretty low.
I haven't played this. You recycle that.
Doing his math in his head. Math is fun in Netrunner. So he's running R&D.
You have to double click.
Goes through mine layer. Double clicks to the program trashes on Ichi.
Okay. I'll make the trace.
Bumps with the chase to trace 5 this time.
You might want.
I might want my 2. I don't know. I'm not Jen, but they got stolen. I'm not sure.
Oh, he could, but
Doing his math.
he didn't run it.
Here's a gift.
Oh,
That's a good play. Would cost me. Would cost me. You get how much?
I boosted it by 2, so it's trace 5.
So you'd have to dump 4 credits in and only have 1 credit left to make caduceus, which you can still get through, but you'd have to give the corpse more money. He's gonna take the trace, so he takes the brain damage, gets rid of Fem, and he now has a tag. So breaks through caduceus.
Get one back.
It's 2 cards.
One back.
Nothing again. So he's doing a decent job keeping him locked. Probably clear the tag for 4th. He feeds Katie for the 4th click. He's still tagged. Ouch.
Oh, wow, that was
And I'm assuming Katie's gonna go bye-bye.
I know what I would do.
And there goes Katie with 9 credits on him. That hurts. I'm not sure why he didn't clear the tag, but...
Oh, there's a Grundle player.
So trash Katie and took more money. Probably has to discard again.
Because that card looks amazing.
Grindle Refinery is something that, I want to play that in Trap Wayland.
Yeah.
With Vulcan cover-ups? Put him on the table and leave him?
So now he's way behind. If HB's got to just start digging for that last agenda. He's got the money for it. Scored out of hand.
I like HB, I played them in regionals last year. They just
See, to me,
Surprisingly, we have not seen a siphon yet this game.
it's my deck where I feel like I have opportunities to play better than people.
So inside jobbing HQ. So imagine the shutdown's coming.
Can I just check some things? Just see where I'm at at the moment.
That is...
Not too inconvenient to get in.
Is that interns? Was that Cyberdex?
Oh no, he knows about it.
I wasn't quite expecting that. I was expecting to
So he draws.
It's the best corp card in the game. It says gain 4 clicks on it.
How's this?
gain infinite clicks.
Gain 3
Are they on
clicks.
1 or 2? Alright, I'll clear it.
And he clears the tag for click 4. That was an interesting turn.
Sorry.
Not sure why he inside job HQ since he's semi had him R&D locked, so he knew what he had in hand. This game's coming up on 40 minutes. It's our 65-minute Swiss rounds.
He's just one away. I'm just waiting for it.
Click to draw.
He's got to thinking he needs to draw like crazy. I would be drawing like crazy now, trying to get that agenda.
Double EG 2.0.
He's had plenty of money all game long.
A2.
I feel like man, doing it just straight breakers away.
Pay 2 to put that on HQ.
So installs over HQ and takes the money. Says it's 7 credits now.
6 cards though.
It's the magic number for biotic labor. It's got a discard. Huge stack in archives. So draws. Runner deck getting real low too. Or heap, I should say. Or stack. Infiltrates for 2 credits. Brings back Katie Jones. So that's interesting late game play since it's real slow.
Back from the dead.
Luckily, I have 8 credits. Install.
You got it.
Labor. I'm gonna win.
Scores the beta test for the win. It was a very long game. Alright, going into game 2. They're going to have to play fast.
Pull the runner safely in case.
Switching sides. Rhett Dhobson on the left with the Professor. Bryan Angell on the right. Playing Wayland, building a better word. Showing his hand there.
What's your YouTube channel called?
Cascade Collective.
Cascade Collective.
We're just starting it.
Okay.
Another cheap plug. Keep checking out the channel for more games from around the Northwest on Cascade Collective TV, CCTV.
Covenant is like the Midwest stuff. Like we don't have any West Coast.
Trying to represent for the West Coast a bit.
Yeah, I love the.
So they gotta have at least like 20 minutes or so for this game.
The North, the West is some of the better
Which
players.
Professor's not a fast deck. Waylon can be a fast deck depending on what he's playing. This was when Fear and Loathing was legal, so there were some Scorchy combo decks floating out there.
Just started, I think, playing, and even like involved in League of Legends. Or,
Yeah, people have been saying he's been MIA. Doesn't stop him from commenting on BG.
So Waylon starts making money with the hedge fund.
Stop posting joke spoilers.
Doesn't stop him from pissing people off.
And restructures. Got all the money.
I saw new spoilers, so excited. I was like, oh, I need to see what this is. And then I just wanted to kill him. I know, I'm going to
So the more time goes on, the more I'm kind of convinced that Alex Frog and Crowan are actually the same person.
Let's see.
That would be the greatest ever.
Crowan is just Alex Frog, all the cats.
So it's over R&D, so it leaves HQ wide open.
Feels like that little brother you had, you know, or that guy that had the little brother. It's like, yeah.
He was the guy that told me in my shaper deck.
He installs Nerve Agent. So he's gonna be hammering HQ and see all the cards. His first card, Power Shutdown. Now he's gonna see 2 cards.
I heard about that.
Bulls, Private Security Force, and Power Shutdown. So 2 points right off the bat.
Yeah, I googled
Is he gonna hit it again?
and he has a wiki page for MTG4.
2 Power Shutdowns. So now you gotta think the combo's coming.
Trying to create alt accounts. I was like,
Predatory draw.
like I looked that up. When
And he looks like he draws again.
Why is everyone getting up on me? Why is everyone picking on me? I was like, dude, you are so close to getting banned from
So draws again.
MTG4.
Draws again. Looking for ice, I imagine. He's gonna shut down for 3 for his Nerve Agent. So he must have not gotten anything good in hand.
makes perfect sense. Reddit categorizes.
I imagine he probably pulled an agenda. That's why he wanted to shut down, because he knew to steal it again. So he runs Archives.
Something to myself from home is one of my coworkers.
Sees a Snare, Caduceus, and Hedge Fund.
I showed it to them. And
I'd probably peek at HQ because I imagine he got a agenda, but he runs R&D.
make sure the link works at work. And I clicked
Shadow,
it,
that's
this
ugly.
is blocked due to pornography.
So Corp's gonna get credits, and Runner will take a tag.
This is Tiny Hippo. It is a picture of a tiny hippo.
So leaves it at Trace 3. Doesn't have enough money and takes a tag. He does get a peek at R&D.
Where's the cartoon?
Looks like he only has 1 credit.
I remember my big sad face from the
Oh,
firewall was
he
like
had 2.
on the
Quick
BC
drops the tag. Wise decision. Click 4, takes credit back.
I guess I can kind of see that sometimes.
I mean, normally you like to think this, but now you're definitely gonna think that Waylon is trying to kill you. Waylon likes to blow you up.
Phone, I need you in this darkest of hours.
So we're here in the second game. It is Swiss, so there's no match points or anything like that.
Wayland ice cubes. Wayland shaken and stirred.
Looks like he's not getting the best draws here.
Turn 1 nerve agent though. Snare.
He's gonna steal a remote.
Okay.
One more round.
Counting cards in hand. So naked remote. HQ is naked. Just a little shadow over R&D. Just takes another money.
First 2 clicks, I'll gain credits.
Gains money.
Third click, run your own.
Check out the remote. Jackson Howard.
Okay.
And he's gonna pop Jackson and take back a Snare. Caduceus.
Needs to clear that bad pub and blow up his location.
And Power Shutdown.
I didn't get that bad, but
So now you gotta think combo.
You can go ahead and do that. I'll install daily cast.
And drops daily casts. Click 4.
I mean, you still won.
You can put him in your agenda area.
That moment was just a heartbreak.
He goes to a
I
server.
want to know how many Jacksons.
So with all that money, be a little scary to run against. Runner has no money, so you can easily C-source him and scorch him out if you had that. If he gets the combo, then he'd get him for that too. 15 credits looks like the corp has.
In archives.
This is like, what does that mean within the setting of the game that his job is? Because does he get fired, and as a result of that, they get back a bunch of
Beat stock for more money, goes up to 19 credits.
Yeah, whatever. We just need this card.
It's inexplicable, dude. He actually goes on
I know, but
vacation.
it's still fun to think.
He just like doesn't show up in his office the next day, and nobody knows why.
Does he get disappeared?
He comes back. If you got more,
Yeah, he can make himself.
And has to discard.
I sent myself a memo to come back.
Takes his daily cast money at the start of his turn.
One of the things I like about this game is like the bureaucracy that has to exist to allow some of these things to happen.
Draws for click 1.
Is both ridiculous and it's feasible. Like,
Yeah, the restructure. You just need to have a lot of money to make more money.
yeah.
Very, very cool.
And it works nicely with hedge fund because it's like the more money you have, the more efficient your money making becomes. Just like real life.
Takes another card.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Click 3, make personal workshop.
Puts out the workshop.
Click 4, put Mimic.
And drops Mimic on there. So to start the big workshop, Professor decks tend to have a ton of programs, obviously. And Corp draws for click 1. Finally gets ice over HQ.
It's not the problem that Punisher cards have in oh, that ability is amazing in this context. Oh, that ability
Takes another credit. So discard. I see his power shutdown in hand. Don't know if he has the combo yet. And check HQ. That's an ice wall.
Second click to install Aesop's.
Installs and Aesop's looks like. A really glary card.
3 and 4.
He's gonna take more money for clicks 3 and 4.
I've gotten more. I will pick them up.
And draws for click 1.
Yeah, you have to consider your deck.
I feel like I missed out on a great opportunity.
Installs over R&D. And gains more money.
Okay.
Money making Waylon.
And I'll sell it to Aesop's. For
Yeah.
an extra
That would happen.
That's he just Aesop's daily cast.
Resisting the pain.
Yes, I
Which is interesting because he had one more turn
you like to buy this person.
out of it.
The AdSense money.
So what does it mean to pawn Mr. Lee?
Yeah, not sure why I did that.
You can't do this.
Usually you wait till the last thing for daily cast and Aesop's it before it triggers and get 3 credits instead of 2. But he did that on this turn.
Click 1. Install professional.
Never forget.
Click 2. Go pro.
So maybe he wanted to install Pro Contacts.
3.
So draws, takes money. I like Pro Contacts. Some people do, some people don't. It can slow you down in certain situations. Next to run an R&D, Resis Caduceus. Probably going to take out that Mimic.
I'll pay 1 to bring out Mimic.
So Mimic comes off, Personal Workshop,
And break only the first routine.
and breaks the first Caduceus and ends the run.
Breaking the money game.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's trace.
Caduceus ends the run. Your turn.
So it doesn't make a successful run, so it can't get C-sourced.
Notoriety says as same with
So draw for click 1. Installs our HQ.
beat the things like you're a human being.
Sitting at 16 credits, looks like, on the corpse side. And he's gonna shut down his Mimic for 3. Ouch. So you know he's gonna go check out archives. There's a ton of cards in there. Unless he's just trying to bait him.
So I think there are shocks in his deck as well. Click one,
So Ninja comes out on the workshop. Nice thing about Professor is you have many options, but definitely not the best against Shadow or Caduceus. Pro Contacts. He's gonna check out archives. See what he's got in there. Gets an Atlas. Oh, there's the accelerated. There's the C source. So yeah, he's definitely running the combo. He does have the money. He could, if he happen to have 3 punitive counter strikes in hand, he could triple punitive him. Scores a hostile, gains more money, and now it has a bad pub. Bad pub is wonderful against workshop decks because you can use that to pay for your equipment. Programs, whatever you want to call it. Pro Contacts, click 1. Pro Contacts again. Out comes Clone Chip on the workshop. And out comes an Imp on the workshop. Imp's not what you want to see if you're running the AD Scorch combo because he can trash all his key cards if he sees them. Scores another hostile. So more bad pub for the runner. The runner's very excited because yeah, he's got all those cards on his personal workshop. Off comes Clone Chip.
Yeah. You have to go out and find the bad publicity. Okay, I'll get my Clone Chip to fly out of the workshop.
So definitely not worried about losing any programs right now.
Pick one, put R&D interface.
So R&D interface comes out on the personal workshop. Although those will be expensive runs with Ninja getting through there.
I'm gonna bring back Mimic.
Out comes Mimic with a Clone Chip. Mimic in the glare. Mimic in the glare.
Pro once.
Pro Contacts.
A priest is also she's also well, quest completed but you might
Trying to look as he's trying to get set up for
In the workshop.
big R&D runs.
Then I'll run on Caduceus.
Let's Cloak.
I'll use the bad pub bucks to bring out
Brings out
and take
Cloak.
one off R&D interface.
One off R&D interface with his bad
Use the
pub.
cloak dollar to break only the first routine.
Uses Cloak to break the first Caduceus, and then
Tracing for
Tracing for
and Tracer for 2 to end the run. So just pretty sure he's just gonna bounce off this. Probably just wants to make runs and use the free bad pub.
trace. I'll make a trace.
Trace 6 for the end the run, and he's gonna end the run.
Your turn.
custom
gonna have to install stuff for other
things.
Like,
I mean, there's still is the issue of
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I have the same token still.
Fall up there. Minus 2.
because the moment you start thinking about you are playing the corporation game. They go, I'm gonna put this thing down on your remote.
I'll take this off Ninja.
So take a counter off a ninja.
Punk donor goes back.
Okay.
Just a little. There was an article, I don't remember because the game structure is here, but it was that article about how Jin Techie cares about.
He's got free money and cloak to use for his breaker. He's gonna hit R&D. Is it Archer time? Well, takes 4 credits. Drops hostile, and it is Archer time.
Yikes, do I have enough money?
He's doing his math calculations.
I can break 1 trash.
So he has, I think he has 4 credits.
I'll take 1 off Ninja and 1 off R&D.
So he uses bad pub.
That's the bad pubs. Do your worst.
He's just gonna let it hit.
And I'll kill the programs that are out there.
Gonna kill Mimic and Cloak.
And the run shall end.
Ends the run. Good thing about Shaper is they have so much recursion. If you lose a couple programs, you can always get him back. And he did force him to pay $4 and lose a 1-point agenda. Pro contacts.
Pro.
I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
Pro contacts again.
You shouldn't leave.
More pro going.
Let's throw a clone chip.
And out comes Clone Chip, so he can definitely get those programs back. Clone Chip on the workshop. So we got Ninja, Imp, R&D interface, and Clone Chip on personal workshop. Corp draws. Sets up a remote.
Oh yeah, you have another.
And it builds up the remote even more.
The only bank job was 1
So he's probably going to start
I'll take this off.
trying to score an agenda. Clone Chip comes off the workshop. And pro contacts. Thinking. The professor is thinking.
I'll host Parasite and Crescentius.
Parasite and Crescentius get dropped on workshop. They only have, I think, less than 10 minutes in this game, so they're gonna have to play fast.
The professor's workshop is very large.
Corp keeps digging.
Get it. We're back in it.
Very large and deep structure.
Restructures for more money.
What you got on that?
1 on Ninja, 2 on Parasite.
So it's
2
got
on
Ninja, Parasite, Imp, already interface, Crescentius.
I don't like. I was not saying like that card is just some inside job for those decks.
Alright, last click on that.
He's gonna install in the remote.
The double super fake out. End of your turn. I'll pay 2 to put Parasite on.
Parasite goes on Archer.
Virus
At the
counter.
end of the Corp turn. I'll start a Corp, run a turn.
That's the start of my turn.
At the end, he's using it at the end of his turn to. Yep.
Got it. Sneaky noise.
Takes one off of
Take
Crescentius.
this off.
When he takes it, out comes Crescentius. He's trying to calculate how much to break through Archer. It is at 5 now, so you can get through it for 9 with Ninja if he wants to break everything. No, not, excuse me, 9, 7.
Well, you have to be all sneaky.
He does have 2 bad publicity keys. Fun with math.
Quick one, I'll stim hack R&D.
He's gonna stim hack R&D.
So,
So we got 9 extra credits, so he's probably gonna pull off everything off the workshop.
there's 9 credits. Alright, let's use 1 bad pub to get
Oh,
Ninja.
off comes Ninja.
3 from this to make it strength 5.
Pumps it up with stim hack money.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, guys, it's time. Whose turn is it?
Actually, you can have 2 credits.
Oh, they just called time, I believe.
Okay. Fury Caduceus, I'll spend 5. Shadow.
So this is gonna be the last runner turn. Corp gets 1 more turn. And then it's time. It's not gonna break Shadow.
Okay. How much money you got?
I have 1 stim hack credit and 6
So
real
6
credits.
monies, 1 stim hack credit.
Alright, I'll make a trace.
Is it because they want Wizard to be good?
How many? Sorry. 1 net credit and 1.
7. You can make it a 7.
Alright, I'll make it,
It's calculating.
Still have 3 clicks.
yeah, I know. I'm thinking I want to give you a tag. So, make a trace. Make a trace.
So bumps up to trace 8. We're gonna give him a tag.
I will pay 1, 2 to bring out R&D.
Brings out R&D interface.
And 2 more to bring out Imp.
So we're bringing out Imp. So we get an R&D dig.
Okay. Yeah, first card. I'll score it.
Ouch. Hostile.
Second card.
Does this win?
I will Imp
He
that.
imps
And
the
I will Crescentious Archer. I forgot to do that.
Archer.
Parasite is still on it, but it doesn't do
And
anything.
he Crescentious Archer, but I don't believe he broke
I
everything.
take a brain damage.
So I don't think he broke the 2 credits.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually. I gotta spend 1 more then.
Oh, and I think the TO just told him.
I'll keep my
Yep, Crescentious comes back. Archer's coming back.
That's still a brain damage. I forgot I have to break all the routines. I forgot this is way over here. Okay.
So he's got to tag 2 cards in hand.
Spent a hell of a time explaining what's going on in this video.
Yeah.
There's me commenting. I don't know what's going on right now.
Okay. Click 2. Purge the
So
tag.
drops tag for click 2.
The game is so great because it's always you getting screwed by the same by your fellow players.
3 go.
For contacts for click 3. 3 cards in hand.
Click 4. Host blast grenade.
Oh, and off comes the Plascrete.
We have 5 turns left, right?
No, this is it.
And this is the last turn. He's just gonna score an Atlas, and Ritter wins. The time to win. So in Swiss rounds, it's 1 point. And those were very long games.
Professor also takes a long time. This happens to me a lot.
Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for some more videos. Thanks for watching, and yeah, feel free to subscribe. Cheers.